What's up, Anthony?
What's going on?
I just realized I didn't even have my camera on.
I didn't even know anybody that was on yet.
Say, just you and me. We're gonna have a nice little combo.
For now, yeah, I'm sure everybody else will get on here shortly.
Yeah.
It's been up to
Oh, not a whole lot. Actually, that's a lie. Way too much, really.
really.
Yeah, getting married in September, and so trying to get all that planned out and finalized, figured out, and moving, looking for a new job, getting my house ready to be sold. It's a busy time.
Right around your anniversary is going to be right around archery season.
I brought this up, but it's still September, so I was all right. If this pushed into October, there's no way I wouldn't have done it. Believe me, this was an actual thought I had because my brother, for whatever reason, he's got 4 kids. Every single one of his kids is born from August to December.
Oh, he didn't plan that out at all.
That's what I said. I said, dude, you need to cut out them Valentine's Day dates. Like,
That was that was all. Oh, I don't even
yeah.
know what that is.
Me and my dad kind of got in trouble with my sister-in-law on my first nephew's first birthday party. It's in October, and me and him looked at each other about 1 o'clock in the afternoon and went, "You had enough of this?" I said, "Yeah, I've had enough." Said, all right, let's go. And we left and we went deer hunting.
Nothing wrong with that.
Priorities, man. Priorities.
Yeah, nothing gets planned at my house in around that time.
Yeah. Well, we're getting married in Colorado too. So I looked at her and I said, "You know what else is going on in Colorado in September?" And she shut it down immediately. She went, "You ain't taking your bow with you."
Does she hunt?
No, no, I've tried. She's uh she's too tenderhearted. She's a animal lover through and through. She can't do it. She's fine with me doing it. She grew up on a beef farm. Like she's all for the natural circle of life and all that, and she has no problem eating anything I bring home. That's all fine and dandy. She ain't gonna be the one to do it though. Which whatever floats your boat, honey.
Yeah, whatever makes her happy.
Yeah. She is she enjoys hobbying around with her camera and stuff like that.
She can film you then.
Well, she's pretty freaking good at it. I'll say she's an amateur, but she does really well at the same time. And so I've brought that up about, well, you want to take all these trips, and I want to take all these trips. We could make at least half of them into hunting trips,
and
and you can
you,
just film for me. But you're gonna go see the same sites you wanted to see. She loves to camp and do all that or backcountry type stuff with me, everything. So it's right up her alley, and I can't get her quite on board yet with filming a hunt. I'm working on it. I'm working
take her to
on it. But
Africa.
take her to Africa.
She'll get hooked.
See, I brought that up too with the full obsession hunt in 2030, but I don't know.
Just say, listen, hon, we're going to Africa. I'm going to hunt. You're going to see it. We're going on a safari. You're going to see giraffes. You're going to see elephants.
I'd have better luck getting her filming my elk hunt than I would an African safari. She's also terrified of the wildlife. She doesn't want to be that close to it.
Really?
Yeah, like when me and her love the national parks and stuff like that and the hiking and all that. Um, it hasn't become a hindrance, but I've had to coax her along before about certain trails. I want to go where the people aren't.
Oh, yeah,
I,
absolutely.
I hate people. I want nothing to do with the people. So
Absolutely.
my idea is to park the truck and then we're gonna hike 30 miles in where there are no people.
I agree with that.
And she's all for that too, other than she's terrified of like running into a bear or something like that. And so I get her outfitted with her little bear spray and everything else. But I always have to hike first on the trails, especially if there's a corner. I will be the first one going around that corner every time.
You have life insurance?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know if I do or not. I think my company gives me something.
Because if you do, don't be the first one around the corner.
Yeah, well, as soon as we get married and I have to up all that stuff, it'll start coming into consideration. As of right now, my nephews are inheriting all my stuff.
So if she starts wanting to do that kind of stuff, cancel the life insurance.
You speaking from experience?
No, I mean, okay, do enough so that it'll pay the bills, pay off the house and stuff like that. But you don't want another dude in 6 months after you pass away reaping the rewards.
I'm telling you right now, between the two of us, she's gonna lose if I die.
Uh,
Now, if she dies, I'll win. I'm marrying up, my friend.
she right beside you?
No,
Oh, okay.
no. No, I'm here at the house by myself. I don't know where Kessler is.
Was he staying with you?
Yeah, he's lived with
So,
me since his house burned down.
yeah.
Yeah, we only live about 10 minutes apart from each other.
So
And
you going from Indiana to Colorado to get married?
Yeah. Yeah, we were looking at a bunch of different places. We're essentially eloping without eloping.
Yeah.
Okay. And the only people that we've invited are our parents.
Keeping
Outside of
it
that,
small.
we didn't invite siblings, friends, nobody. We picked out a mountainside that we liked, and we're just gonna go get married. I told her, I said it takes 3 people to get married, and that's you, me, and God.
Yeah, I mean, you want to keep it
And that's
small,
it.
keep it small.
I'm not spending 20 or 30 grand on a big party for a bunch of other people that I don't talk to anyways. Like,
I spent, I bet you ever so much, probably 20 on ours.
yeah, was it worth it?
Yes,
Smart man.
every day.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited to be married and
Yeah, it's not bad.
get rid of this house and live in the one she's in now. And we're gonna stockpile some cash for a little while longer and try to buy a place or a little farm. But yeah, no, she's great.
It's good.
It's the first relationship I've ever had where she is genuinely my best friend. She's not my girlfriend. She's not my fiance. She is my best friend I've ever had in this world. And I talk to her just like I would any of my other friends. And yeah, she's great. It's a best friend with tits. I mean,
That's good. I mean, that's what you want.
yeah. That's why it's taken me so long to get married. Any other girl, it's always been like those conditional relationships, right? And you're always like kind of walking on eggshells and trying to always make her happy and da 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 da. And
Yep.
you know that's why divorce rates are over 50% right there.
Well, it took me, I was, let's see, 18. So we've been married 7 years. 36. I was 36 whenever. Well, we've been together 12 years.
Yeah.
No, 14 years. So, yeah. Got to make sure she's the one.
Absolutely. Hey, I'm gonna jump off here real quick and check the other link because
Was
I've
there another
noticed
link?
I've noticed sometimes that like one link takes you to nothing and the other link takes you back to everyone. So I'm gonna
Well,
let
this
me
one
check
here
the
is
other
the one
link
that
real quick.
Sam's on.
Yeah, I clicked on one from Sam's meeting too, but there's always two of them in that email. There's like the top one and then the bottom one.
All right.
I'm gonna
I'll do
jump
the
off,
same.
click on the
I'll do the
bottom
same
one.
and check it.
All right, yeah, I'll come back here if nothing happens, but
All right.
all right, we'll see.
Oh, wait, hold on. Mike's here, and so is that Isaac?
All right. I don't know how to work all this stuff, to be honest with you.
Mike's here, and hold on a second. Yeah, Mike's here, and someone else.
Oh, well, I guess we're in the right spot then.
Yeah.
I was just
Oh,
driving.
there we
I was
are. I had
listening.
the screen wrong. My screen was set up to where me and Anthony
Whoever
were pretty
talked.
much just FaceTiming each other.
Whoever talked, yeah, that's yep.
Yeah, we were talking about poor Joel making a mistake.
Oh, I heard it. I was just driving home, so
Oh.
I was just listening. Yeah.
Old Joel's getting married here in September.
Clayton was there for the whole engagement ring fiasco. He knows that whole story. That was a good goose blind conversation there.
That was yeah that was I thoroughly enjoyed that. That was a good time. Oh shit. I'm glad she got it figured out though.
Yeah, she did. It all worked out in the end. It's whatever. She's happy, so I'm not.
That's all that matters at that point.
Exactly. I feel like I kind of ate a chunk of cash, but peanuts in the long run. It's fun.
Yeah.
Listen, man, we no matter what we do, we're always eating the chunks of cash.
Yep. So me and Clayton are sitting in North Dakota in a goose blind, and my fiance texts me, and I just proposed the week before, and her and her mom were at the jewelry store with a ring, and she wanted a wider band on it. I will admit that the band it came with, because I custom ordered something that I didn't know what I was buying or what I was ordering, the band was rather scrawny. Well, the jeweler talked her into like just welding another band to the side of it.
It was 100% the jeweler's fault. He should have never even thought that was a good idea.
And fatten it out and everything. And I'm a micro welder for a living. That's what I do. And I could tell just from the pictures she was sending me, like this was going to be terrible. So I'm kind of like trying to be very polite and nice to her, but I'm kind of losing my mind in the blind about like, no, don't do that. Tell him no, like walk out of the store. As soon as I get home, we'll go get this taken care of, whatever. Well, she had already left, had signed like a work order with them, everything. And I said, no, go back right now and change it. She's like, well, I put a deposit down. I said, that's fine. You're going to roll your deposit into something else then. Do something different. You're not welding another band to the side of the existing band. It puts the stone offset, everything.
It was not good.
It was terrible. So she did. And the jeweler then talked her into like just a whole brand new band and setting. And then me and Clayton had a whole conversation like, why do they need to replace the setting? Cut the setting off the existing band, put it on the new one. Yeah. Anyways, they didn't. She got a new band and a new setting. Whatever. She's happy. She's thrilled. Life's good.
Well, I'm glad it ended up being that.
Well, I guess they talked her. I didn't know this at the time, Clayton, when we were hunting. They talked her into changing the setting from a gold setting to a platinum setting because they convinced her that the gold setting gave the diamond a weird hue and the platinum would give it more of a clear, shiny look.
This guy's a hell of a salesman.
I kind of want to go shake his hand and ask him if he'll come sell for me part-time. I'm looking for a salesman for our company.
Oh shit! Well, I'm glad it worked out in the end.
Oh yeah. I mean, it did. It turned out beautiful. It really is gorgeous. It was just I was a little antsy there in the goose blind for a while.
Yes, you were.
Clayton he was laughing, he was enjoying the show.
Yes, you were. But understandable. Spend all that money on that ring and then have that jeweler. If the jeweler mess it up as bad as he was going to.
Yeah.
Well,
Yep. All is well that ends well, right? Just
that's right.
don't send your fiance and her mom to the jewelry store by themselves.
Yeah.
Rationality goes out the window in a hurry.
Oh shit.
I went in to get her band or her wrap soldered to her band.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that ended up into getting that soldered into buying just the band by another band by itself to match that so that she could wear the band and the wrap or her engagement ring and the wrap, make it look like one. Yeah. They're tricky, dude.
Yeah.
They know what they're doing.
That's essentially what they wanted to do to hers is take the engagement ring
Mhm.
and weld it to just another wedding band, which didn't look good at all, in my opinion. But then once we get married, she'll have an actual wedding band as well.
Yeah.
So then you're like triple stacking them. And yeah, I was not a fan.
Well, that seems to be the thing that they do.
Yeah. Well, it's the cheapest and easiest option. But I don't know.
Mike, when you going up to Ryan's?
That would be Saturday morning. I'll be there all day Saturday.
Oh, you're going up this Saturday.
Yep.
You just going up and then going back home, or are you staying up there?
Yeah, I'm gonna go up and go home. There's just some places to look at. I'm gonna put a couple cameras on state land and then head back. So I gotta do food plots in Ohio Sunday. So
That's a lot of traveling.
yeah, that's
What
not
time
bad.
you?
It's under 3 hours from my house, so it's not like it's a terrible drive.
I was just gonna ask what time you leaving.
Probably pretty early, maybe 6:30. Probably 6:30, something like that.
There's definitely two sets I need to hang. So then, as long as I can get those two sets hung or whatever, I'm free. Till kind of whatever time you want to do your thing or
Oh,
whatever. You're doing.
yeah, that's good. I told you I help you hang whatever, and then we can look at whatever we can look at. So
Yeah, we'll definitely have to take the quad up on that new lease because it's brutal to even attempt to walk it. Like
okay,
it's like straight uphill till you get to the back of the corn. But
gotcha.
there's this one spot that it's weird. So down below is like the three roads come together, and he used to have cattle there, and there's probably like maybe 40 or 50 apple trees in three different breaks,
Okay,
and it's a steep hill down to this road, and I was noticing every day the deer were just coming along that. There was a little bit of a bench, and the does were just coming through there like every single day. And I tried to put a set over there one day for like 2.5 hours, and I just couldn't find the right location to do it or the spot. There was two scrapes there, one on the bench and one above it, like maybe
okay,
60 yards apart. And I'm like, man, I can't get in here like to hang a set. It was so like kind of steep, you felt crooked. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
and I'm just like, man, I can't put a ladder stand here. And even if I put one on a tree, I'm going to be like, 35 feet off one side. So I was just like, I just didn't feel comfortable doing it. But I was like, man, if Mike likes this spot over here and he wants to saddlebag it, he can, swing from a monkey rope if he wants.
I'm used to pretty big hills, buddy. That's all we got here. So
Yeah, it was just a little uncomfortable, but I was like, man, there's a nice buck up there. There's on this
yeah.
one, I showed him to you guys, and he's pretty interesting, besides all the bear, but
When's bear season coming up there?
October 1.
Oh shit.
That like honestly, my first 2 weeks are going to be solo, right? Focused on bear, I think, unless a good one pops up down at the farm. And I got to stand now, like right on the edge where the big one was rubbing last year. And um, I cleared it out. We got a walk behind brush hog, and we went and brush hog this like 30 by 30. And then we created a path straight through the briars right into the open field. And now they've been using it for like 3 weeks. So now like I can shoot onto that edge where they walk in the morning. So if they're still rubbing like October 1, on trees and whatever, I might go try to sit it. Hopefully he pops up over there, but otherwise my goal is to focus on bear until like the 28th of October.
It just gives you another option to hunt. That way you're not all over the place scaring
Yeah,
them.
well, this year I picked up these other two spots. One is like 45 acres and this other one's like a 150. Plus I still have the 150 on the hill plus the 150 at the farm. So it's like I'm diversifying, so I guess it's just chasing different game. I don't know. Like, but it's crazy because this year I've had bears show up at all the every farm. Like even the one down by the lake, like I had a black bear come through last week. So it's wild. Like, I don't know.
I mean, that could be just because of the way the weather's been too. Weather patterns are changing their normal patterns.
Well, I attribute it to mating. Usually it's like June and July. That's like kind of even, that's some of their mating season. So I think they travel everywhere. And then come fall, like that October, they start to stretch back to their home ranges. And that's when you try to catch them. Even May, you'll catch them. They hit that and they just, because like all the ones that I had on the farm up there kind of disappeared over the last 3 weeks now. But they're popping up all over the county. People are posting, "Hey, bear here, bear there. Look at this, look at that." So they're looking for their mate, and then they'll come back home. Kind of like October by Octoberish.
Well, they can travel a long distance.
Oh, easy. 20 miles is nothing for them.
I think they say in Pennsylvania their home range is 50 square mile.
Yeah.
I mean they can go a long ways. They're about next to impossible to pattern. Except in the wintertime, but then they hunker down and they don't really leave the little spot that they're in. But
and if you find them, the game commission will say that's your denning area, then fine you a couple $1,000 and they take your hunting license from you.
what?
Oh yeah. My one of my uncle's co-workers, it was rifle season, shot a bear, and when he went to take it to the checkpoint, game commission said, "Take me out to where he shot it." Showed them, they did their testing, everything that they do. Pulled the GPS up right on his phone and said that bear just came from 20 yards from his denning area. Fined him and took his license away for 5 years.
I've never heard that in my life.
Yep.
Yeah, they do
That's
that in New York.
insane.
Can't shoot them in their den, and it's like, how do you know? Like, how am I supposed to know?
You don't know. The game commission said any place where they sit there and they rest for a certain amount of time is considered their denning area.
How do they know how long it sat there and rested?
They had GPS on it.
Oh, they just happen to have that one tagged.
Yep.
Don't shoot the ones with collars.
Pennsylvania Game Commission sounds a lot like Michigan Game Commission.
Pennsylvania Game Commissions, I can tell you some stories. We've had some run-ins.
Listen, they're shysters.
Yeah.
I think New York's the same way. I mean, you got the federal gun laws being rolled back like 35 laws, and Hochul spoke up today how she's strengthening New York gun laws. Like she's going total opposite. It's getting to the point where like it's wild. Like some of the laws she's just trying to implement. Like I don't even know. Like people are pissed off about it here in New York.
Well, Pennsylvania just I don't know the right terminology for it, but like their open fields doctrine or whatever that they can just waltz onto private property.
Yeah.
Pennsylvania just repealed that. I know it's been a topic on Facebook for Michigan as well. I don't know
So
if it's in your guys' legislation or what, but
so what they're going to do is now they're just going to use drones.
yeah.
That's all they're going to do. They're just going to use drones. They're going to use it infrared drones, and they're still going to continue doing what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I drive through Pennsylvania to get to New York. Because they suck.
They do.
Yeah.
It
Hunt
sucks,
there.
but it even sucks living.
I could be in Pennsylvania in less than 5 minutes, and I still won't hunt in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
It's that
Pennsylvania
bad.
is all about taxes and corruption.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
They just learned that from their big brother, New York.
Yeah.
You know, usually whenever New York and California does something, Pennsylvania's right behind them.
Yep.
It's wild. I just think the laws are getting a little too obtuse. And I mean, come on. I mean, if you got the federal government bringing rollbacks on certain legislation to make it easier, and New York says, nope, we're not doing that. Now we're going to make it harder. Like this is, it's just getting to the point where you got, like, even the firearms dealers they're coming down on them so hard that they don't even want to like sell guns anymore.
Well, they're going to make it impossible for people to buy them. If they can't actually ban them, they'll just make it impossible for you to get them.
Right. I know they were making a thing up here. I don't know if it went through either, but no lead on state land. So you'd have to use like a, copper tip or whatever. But I don't know if
Like
it
a
went through.
precision tip bullet.
Yeah, I'd have to look and see if it went through, but it was no
Can't
lead
use
on
like an old like Remington core lock.
it. Yeah.
Well, you could go with Barnes triple shocks.
I switched over to Federal Trophy Copper, and I'll say I had pretty good luck with that. Pretty accurate.
Kills me that they target things like that don't make a single bit of difference at all.
No.
It's just
Hunters
another
throwing a couple bullets through the woods is not what's causing any of their ground contamination or water contamination or anything like that.
No, the big industries letting their sludge run into the streams.
100%. 100%.
But nobody wants to go after the big companies.
No, those guys are the ones donating to their campaign funds.
Yep.
So they turn and pick on us when it makes them look good on TV. And
Yeah, it's bad in New York too. I mean, the water is like in Fredonia, like the next village over or town. It's like so tainted that they're always having water shutdowns. Like their plant like will always go down, and they pull from a reservoir. Actually, it's wild, and it's so contaminated that I met with the mayor a couple weeks ago, and he was like, "Here, look at the water results," because they were trying to figure out a solution for this, but they're gonna end up connecting into Dunkirk because Dunkirk gets the lake water, but it's just going to cost multi-millions anyway. But it was like so contaminated with like arsenic that I don't understand how they can even allow the people to drink it. It was just what happened is it used to be like 100 feet deep, and now it's only like 17 with sediment. It just filled up. And over the years, all the streams that used to pour in and pour out of this thing, they like just kind of now it's just like groundwater runoff from all the farms. And people are like drinking this shit, and you'll see it in the paper, like, oh, there's another boil of water. There's another boil of water. Like it's contaminated. Like it's wild.
It's crazy.
Yeah. And you wonder why the deer get such big horns because they're drinking our screwed up water.
Radioactive.
See, Kessler's on here. What's he doing? You get a new car, buddy? I seen you had the top down, glasses on.
Joel, did you ever weld that thing up for Mark after North Dakota?
I still have it. It's sitting in my dining room right now on the floor. I still have it. I need to do something with it and send it back to him to screw with him. I wish I had an engraver at this branch. All my other shops have, or not mine, I shouldn't phrase it that way, but all of our other branches have laser engravers.
Okay.
I don't have one here. I could weld something onto it and use my best artistic ability, which is very limited. But
That's
yeah,
fine.
need to do something with it.
Yeah, you got to do something with it. I mean, he left it out there, so you got to do something with it.
Yeah, it was in the Lost and Found in North Dakota. I found it.
Free game.
Yeah. He was already probably back in Minnesota by the time we found it.
I told him exactly where it fell off. He's like, no, that's not where it fell off. And you guys sent that picture, and he asked where you guys found it. And I was like, I told you right where it fell off, because he was doing about 90 when he hit that bump.
Yeah, those roads are crazy. You come up over a little knob. You're on like smooth, great gravel. You come up over a little knob, and there's just a total washout in the middle of the road. We were driving around just trying to road jump a few of them, and we jumped a big flock. It was right next to that pond that we had killed them all off of. They were still all in those fields. We kind of jumped them accidentally with the truck, and Todd went, go, go, go. They're going to cross the road. You're going to get a shot. And so I hammered down, and I'm looking up at the sky at the geese and not down at the road. I looked back, and there's a washout. I mean, it's probably 2 foot deep ditch across the road. And I was doing probably 50 in the truck. And what are you going to do at that point? You just let it ride and hope that the front axle doesn't come out from underneath it.
Hopefully you still got a truck left after you run through it.
After we hit it, Todd goes, do you still have tires left? Or it survived. It didn't break anything, but
oh, good times.
Yeah. Mike, you want to come to Western Ohio?
What's going on there?
I'm getting more coyote pictures than I am deer pictures on my cell cams.
Oh, right. Where's that at in Ohio?
Dayton.
Let me see here.
It's, I don't know, probably a 6-hour drive for you or so.
Yeah, that's a little far. Dayton.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, 5 hours and 8 minutes.
Yeah, I need to get on that this fall. Try to thin the herd out more of them.
Well, if Lawson didn't have 3 kids, I'd probably say yeah, but he probably wouldn't be able to make it.
Yeah.
And I'm not driving 5 hours by myself. Yeah, that's tough. That's we got a lot of places in Ohio that are further away, and even 1 or 2 hours, and it's just hard to make it. You know.
Right. Yeah, it's hard to make it all work.
Everybody's got stuff going on, or can't get everybody planned together or whatever. So.
Yeah. So if you were to recommend somebody the best budget like thermal that you know of, what would you recommend and what would it cost?
The best budget. I started with night vision. Honestly, if you wanted to be on a budget, get a night vision scope.
In high school, I was hunting them with a red light that clipped onto my scope. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Old school that way.
I think the Rix T20, which is what I have.
I got it working, boys.
Is it was only like $600, $600, and I could see, I don't know, 200 yards. I mean, that's more than enough. But
yeah,
if you're hunting fields, you know what I mean. That's probably a lot. Where yours is a lot of open fields.
Yeah. So where this is at, where it's open fields. You would have opportunities to shoot 300-400 yards now.
Oh yeah.
That would be a poke and a prayer in broad daylight with no wind for me. So
yep. Yeah, if you got a little
put
bit
that
better
night
light.
and any kind of other
Yep.
unfavorable conditions. I'm not saying I can even shoot that far, but
Yeah. As far as
you'd be
like
able to see
budget,
that far anyways.
yeah, a budget thermal for that kind of range, there really isn't. I wouldn't say there really is one that is good at 300 or 400.
What's the brand? Is it DNT? That
Yep. Yep.
yeah, they have one that's about $1,200 that everyone seems to be pretty fond of. I don't know. Either that or they just advertise it well, one or the other.
Yeah, it's probably like 3 something resolution. I don't know. Once you start getting out there,
You guys
and
hear
you
me?
need that. Yeah.
Okay.
Once you start getting out there in range, you kind of need a higher, like 640, something like that, because you're not. It's going to get real grainy and fuzzy, and
Yeah.
so I mean, yeah, it's probably cheap for that reason. It's probably like low, 256 resolution, probably a small resolution. So
I don't know, do you have much trouble calling dogs into 200 yards? Like I feel like you could get them into 200 pretty easily.
oh no, me and Lawson get them to 10 feet.
Okay, that's a little different terrain though.
Well, where we hunt's field, most of it, but I mean,
I'm still like even open country at 200 yards, they still feel safe. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it shouldn't be.
yeah, 200, they're
Wind,
still dead
wind.
sprinting.
Yeah, just wind.
Wind. All right.
Yeah, like if you outsmart a coyote's nose, you're outsmart the 200 nose.
I got like 3 pictures of the same coyote yesterday. It walked past my one camera. 5 minutes later, I got it on a second camera, and then I turned around and it walked past the first camera again. I keep getting
I'd
pictures of
say
it over and over and over. And
if you're getting that much, it's got a den close. You could probably get in there and call in a whole family group.
probably, I mean, I can hear them when I'm at my fiance's house. I'll be laying in bed, and I can hear them just screaming all night long. There's
Shotgun in the
tons of
woods.
them there.
If you got a pretty good call, just use a lot of vocals. Like right now, they're super territorial because they're pups.
I got you. So you're telling me I shouldn't wait? I should be hunting them right now.
Oh yeah, right now to September, and then you have a little bit of lull, but like March is terrible, and then it just gets better.
All right.
So like right now, you want to be close to them. If you hear them howling, you're a long ways away. You're not going to call them in because they don't travel as far. And then later in the year, they travel further and further. But like right now, if you hear them howling, you can get within like 200, 300 yards. They'll be on top of you like instantly. Like I think it was 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks ago. Me and Mike went out. We had them on camera, and they were on top of us. I think the first one shot was like 25 steps, and the next one ran over the dead one before he could shoot it.
Are you calling them with like coyote howls and yips, or are you using like a cottontail squealer?
Like save your prey distress for like October, November.
Okay.
Use all like coyote vocals, like use like pup howls,
Yeah.
pup fight, stuff like that. Yeah, right now is when your vocal is like the heaviest per se.
Okay. Good to know. Might have to give that a
I've
crack
been
one
trying
of
to
these nights.
join the meeting for 30 minutes, but I had to delete Zoom and re-download it and re-log in.
Oh.
That's terrible.
It said that the link wasn't valid.
That's Todd's fault.
Yeah, where's he at?
He's here. He's
just sitting there
somewhere.
in silence.
He's being a creeper.
Working now.
Oh, hi, Todd.
Oh,
Hey, what's up? No, I was listening.
He said, "Don't mind me, guys. I'm just taking a nap."
Yeah, seriously. I am tired. Seriously. Yeah, we went to Detroit yesterday for the Tigers game. Then we got back, I don't know, a few hours ago. And then had cows out, so we had to fix fence and do all that stuff. So I came right in and jumped on.
It's always something.
Yep. Yep.
Where'd Ryan go?
Yeah, I was wondering the same thing.
Don't know. Yeah, he didn't show on here at all.
No, he was here.
He was here for a while.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was talking. Yeah.
Todd, did you guys ever follow up with Centurion Arms on the suppressor sponsorship or anything?
Yeah, we emailed them, and I don't know if we ever get a response back from them. We did email them.
I know Sam emailed him, and he was kind of busy at the time, and
Mm-hmm.
there was a little bit of back and forth, but then it fell off. I mean, they still have a rifle of mine that
Oh, do they?
they're supposed to be working on and doing some stuff too and stuff. But I can reach back out to them. I'm
Pretty sure we
good
have.
friends with. At least I'll make contact and see what's up with my rifle and ask them about that. But then the company I work for, we are actually now manufacturing our own line of suppressors called Falcon suppressors.
Gotcha.
So if Centurion doesn't want to do anything with us or anything, I know for a fact the Phoenix will be
Gotcha.
signing right up to.
Like I said, I know Sam.
Oh, we could be trial runs.
Yeah.
I'll pass.
Well, we have this great Predator obsession team now and everything, and I'm trying to get you guys some discounted suppressors here.
That'd be cool, but I don't want to be a guinea pig.
Now I know I can
baffle
say
strikes.
I was not involved in the ones that we have developed and are now producing on our own and selling. I think they go to market next week, actually.
Okay.
I got 5 right now, so.
But the
One
amount
more.
of testing that went through those and everything, they did their homework. We were building them for other people for a long time. So I work for a micro welding company, and we do machining as well. But so we've had contracts with some other companies, and we were welding their suppressors for quite some time. And finally, they decided, like, well, why don't we just start cranking out our own? And so they spent about 2 years doing the development on it, but
So you get a pretty good discount.
ready to launch.
So I'll just give you the
You got to
money.
give me another. You got to give me another 2 months to make sure I'm still working there.
All
I got some.
Right.
I got some things floating around right now, but
Ryan's not allowed buying them.
Yeah,
yeah, I don't think we don't sell to New York. It's just the whole state is absent, though. I'm pretty sure West Virginia, Michigan, Ohio. I'm pretty sure that they give them like 90% discounts and all that. Just not New York.
That's what I'm talking about.
I like a loud bang. It doesn't bother me none.
There he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
New York, it's 200% markup.
Mm-hmm.
And then we just sell it back to you at it 5 times.
You're not joking.
Listen, we got to cover our cost of sponsorship somewhere along the line, so we're going to make up those dividends in New York.
I would too. Shit. Talk about sponsorships. I actually I reached out. I've been trying to get Ruger to like come on board with Fall Obsession. Oh, there's a deer right there as I'm driving. Excuse me. I've been trying to get Ruger, and they actually just messaged back, and they were like, "Hey, send all this stuff over to here," and blah blah blah. And I've really been trying to get Evolution Outdoors to come on board because I'm a real firm believer in their broadheads. And it's just something where, like, even if we all got to use, even if it wasn't monetary, it was, to review the products and all that stuff. I'm even kosher with that. But I still been trying to get some of these companies to like, come on, it's not easy, but because you end up getting passed off like 3 or 4 times before there's like a decision.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, Ruger would be pretty cool.
Yeah, like it's
guns aren't
really
getting any cheaper.
Well, you want products that we're going to use, you know what I'm saying? Like, so we can stand behind them. Like,
Yeah, I'm real big into Savage, but I like Ruger too. I have a couple of each. So
I love Savage, but I don't. I inherited my father's 270, right? And his trigger on this 270 is like a brick, right? I missed a good deer because of this gun. Like when
yeah,
you pull the trigger, it's like you need a 2500 diesel behind you tied to a rope so you
yeah.
can pull it, right? And boom, and the gun jumps everywhere. So I tried to actually call to see if you could get a different trigger mechanism for a lighter pull, but they're like, no, we don't make it for that. I'm like, oh my God.
It doesn't have any adjustment in it, like a set screw or anything for.
I'll let you look at it while you're here.
As I say, it might be too old. The
No,
newer ones do. Like I have
it's
it's a Savage Axis 2 Pro Hunter, and
uh,
it has the adjustable trigger. That's what I use for the coyotes, mainly just for how the stock is. Instead of it being like, I don't know, I'll show you instead of trying to.
it's so what it was is it threw me off. Like I never shot his gun. Your gun is your gun, right? So like after he passed away, that's when I started like trying to shoot it, sight it in, and I shoot a Marlin. Like I'm a Marlin fan. I have a Marlin 270 that I shoot, and it's like the XLR7, and I don't think they even make that anymore. But it's got
Yeah,
like
so
this.
instead of it being like on the older guns, it's flat like this, where you kind of
Yeah.
like that. Now you're straight up and down. You know what I mean?
Well, that's got the trigger in the trigger, so it's like a double pull, I call it, right?
Yeah, the Accu
Mhm.
trigger.
So that's what I have on my Marlin, and it is so sweet
Yep.
that like, yeah, that's what I like, and his is just man.
Yeah,
I think his is an Axis, but it's like probably 10 years old.
like a Gen 1. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just and I can't get rid of it. It means more than I wanted to shoot a deer with it, and I'm like, man, I can't hit the broadside of a barn with this thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, really, for the prices of them, they're not bad. I wouldn't say it's a budget gun. For under $1,000, you get a good trigger, per se, an aftermarket stock, and they're pretty lightweight. So
I mean, at the time, I think he paid 300 when he bought his.
yeah, yeah, I think when I got that one, it was under eight. I mean, maybe right at $800. But for a really good gun that's accurate, I mean, that's nothing. So
Which
Anthony
gun
will
was
tell
that
you he's
for?
got enough of them.
Oh, it's a 270 Savage.
Hmm.
I was just disappointed, because it's just something I want, take a deer with the old man's gun, and it was just didn't work out. So, like I said, I was trying, and Savage said, no, we don't make it. So,
Hmm.
but yeah, I'm a big fan of the Accu trigger, 100%.
Yeah, yeah, it's nice. I think the Ruger's just. I mean, I think it's built just about the same as the new Savages are, and they all have that Accu trigger
Hmm.
thing. Pretty slick.
I've been on the Ruger kick for the last 5, 6 years, and I've been pretty happy with them. The Ruger American line,
Yeah, yeah,
and I mean, you can get the Ruger American line is like saying I'm buying an F-150. I mean, it could mean a lot of different things as far
Right.
as
they
what
have
you actually get, but
But
they
what
got
you're
so many
getting,
different models.
and the price of them, you can't beat them
that
anymore.
that's what I in my personal opinion, everyone has their own opinion, but mine is the Ruger American line is the best bang for your buck that you can get. It's not a cheap gun, but it's by no means an expensive gun, and I think they're awesome.
Well, if you listen to Vortex podcast, they did a review on all the firearms that are um, out of the box, best bang for the buck, and Ruger was within the top three.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was actually I have a Ruger American 300 Win Mag, and I've never really tried to shoot it very far at all. Like 300 yards is the farthest I've ever shot it. thinking, oh yeah, this is pretty sweet. It shoots pretty well. And then I was watching. There's a video out there of, I can't remember his name, but he's a pretty famous American military sniper. African American guy. He's got dreads down to about his shoulders, all that. I think they call him
he
the
was an
Reaper.
Army Ranger. I know you're talking about.
Yeah. He had the exact gun down to the camo pattern on the stock is mine. And he was putting that 300 Win Mag 1,000 yards ping and plate every time. And I'm going, oh man, I got a long ways to go. But
They'll do it.
at least made me feel good that I had a gun capable of doing it.
I got a 300, but it just sits in the back of the safe. I don't even shoot it. Kicks too hard.
7 PRC, boys.
Yeah, it's a 6.5 PRC. It shoots just as good, if not better, than any gun I've ever shot. I'm a firm believer in those. Get that 300 case neck down to a 6.5. It'll go. It's a screamer.
Really happy with my my 28 Nosler. That's a real fun gun to shoot. It's expensive gun to shoot, but the 28 Nosler's that's a lot of fun.
Barrel burner too.
Yeah. I got my 28 as a tip when I was guiding in Alaska, and I couldn't find any factory ammo that it liked, so I had some custom rounds made for it. I think I shoot they're like 160 grain Barnes, and yeah, that's a good time.
How far have you reached out with it?
I haven't shot it over 500. I need to find a range. I want to stretch it out. Me personally, I don't think I'd be comfortable, taking an animal over 500 with it. But I really want to know what it'll do out past, that 500 mark.
Well, back before Gunworks and like Best of the West, I think that's what the name of that show was.
Yep.
Before they went to like 7 PRC and a couple of the other calibers, they were using 28 Nosler for the longest time.
Mm-hmm.
And they were smacking elk out west at 900 plus.
Yeah.
So the round itself is capable. I mean, it's a great cartridge.
Yeah. I mean, I have dope for it for 1,000 yards. Not that I would ever, be comfortable taking a shot, an ethical shot on an animal at that far, but I have the dope for it, and I would just like to see what it'll do at 7, 8, 900 yards. But
yeah, I think the longest range around here we have 600. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
I shot a small 5-point one time at 420 yards on my buddy's property. They were coming across the field, and he had a hay baler out back, and we just got back out of the woods, and I don't know, like 10 of them came out. So it was walking across the field, and I put it up, and wham, with my Marlin, dropped it right there. And he's like, "No fucking way, dude! You just hit that." And I was like, "It was luck, but." So I think it's you're only as the weapon is good, but you have to know it. You know what I mean? You have to know what it does. You have to feel it.
Mm-hmm.
My boy's first doe that he shot at 325 yards with a 243.
Nice.
Damn.
They're in our tracks. He was 10 years old, 11 years old.
Now that Michigan got rid of their rifle line, I'll probably be able to use it a lot more. So kind of looking, not that I need to use it, but I'm kind of looking forward to using it.
Wait, you can't use rifle in Michigan?
We have a rifle line. Well, I'm sorry, we did have a rifle line before. It was like it split the lower peninsula in half. Like in the lower, on one side of the line, you could only use muzzleloaders or shotguns or straight wall cartridges. And then there was a line, not that you guys know where it is, but Apple Ave. It's north of that is your rifle line. So all the way from Apple Ave to up into the Upper Peninsula, it was a rifle line. So you could use your big cartridges. Well, this year we finally got into the one buck tag, which very thankful for. And they came up. I don't exactly know where it came from, but they decided that they were going to get rid of the rifle line so we could use all cartridges all the way through the lower. So yeah, before we could only use or straight wall cartridges, muzzleloaders, and shotguns, but now we can use whatever we want. So guess I get to break out the 28 nozzler a little bit more often. Not that I need to use it, but hey, I own it, so I might as well use it.
So we have that same thing here, but it's on a smaller scale. So like in our area, we have like Route 5 and Route 20, which are major routes, and like you can't use rifle below Route 20. So you have to be above a certain, area.
Clayton, if it makes you feel any better about using your 28 nozzler, I grew up watching my dad shoot groundhogs with a 338.
I have a 375 Ruger that I use when I got it in Alaska. I shoot like 280 grain Hornadies out of it. And I was talking to my dad about it, and I was like, you know what? It'd be kind of cool is if I could go out and just doe hunt with my 375 because just not that you need to use it, but it'd be kind of interesting to see what it would do.
My old man's got a Remington Model 700 338 from like the 80s, the early 80s when they were pristine, awesome, phenomenal guns. That gun still to this day has less than 50 rounds through it.
Really?
He bought it to go elk hunting. He went elk hunting one time, never fired a shot, came back home. He still has the 4 original boxes of shells for it that he bought back in the 80s. And he decided one day that I should probably shoot some of these shells and get rid of them. And so he just started shooting woodchucks with it. We'd drive around to the hay fields and
it's a hell of a run to be shooting woodchucks at.
you'd shoot a woodchuck and walk up, and there'd be half of it over there and the other half over here, 10 yards. And
that 338, I sighted one in for the guy that I worked for in Alaska. That's a hell of a round. There's a lot there.
it is. And that's so when I bought my Win Mag, I was really comparing the two, the 300 Win Mag versus the 338. And I think if you were really to knuckle them together, the 338 is going to win every day. But the Win Mag had a little bit more forgiving ballistics, and you're not losing a terrible amount of knockdown power. A little bit.
338's finicky.
Are they?
Yeah.
And
they're very finicky. They're very picky.
So when I go to buy a new gun and a new caliber I've never had before, one of the biggest things I'm considering too is ammo availability.
Yeah.
And I can walk into any store and buy Win Mag shells. Everywhere's going to have Win Mag shells. You might not have a lot of options, but they will at least have something.
Yeah.
And the 338's just more limited. It's kind of it's an oldie but a goodie, but it's a little outdated. And there's just not a lot of people shooting them anymore.
Well, I know you're seeing all the PRCs. Well, with the exception of the 300 PRC, you're seeing a lot of them even popping up at Walmart now too.
Really?
6.5 PRC, at least around here, 6.5 to 7. Not too many. I don't see 300 at all unless you go to like Bass Pro or Cabela's or something like that. But
I know I'm a little spoiled, but I got a Bass Pro 30 minutes away, and then I got a Cabela's 40 minutes away. So
whatever. That's good. Mine's 2.5 hours away each way. So that's good because I'd be broke.
I think ours is about a half hour away too.
So you're not very far from Wheeling, are you?
No, the Highlands, yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm 2.5 hours away from Wheeling. That's where our closest Cabela's is.
And it works great because every time the lady wants to go shopping, we'll be out shopping around, and I'll think it's something I need, and I'll whip up, and I can either go to Bass Pro or Cabela's, and it's never too far out of our way on our way home.
Yep. Do you have like Academy Sports or Dunham's or anything up there, Anthony, or is it just?
I have an Academy Sports about 45 minutes away, and a Sportsman's Warehouse right beside it.
Gotcha.
So I have a Dunham's up the road, but I mean,
they're kind of pricey.
It's not It's not a good Dunham's.
Yeah. They're always
Dunham's
a lot
always
higher.
seems to
I've
be
seen
a lot
them.
more expensive than anywhere else.
Yeah.
If you're in a pinch, they're great though.
Yeah. Yep.
They seem to have a lot of variable calibers all the time, though. That's a plus.
Not ours. They may have a couple rifles, just nothing major. But we got a bunch of mom and pop gun stores around here that are a lot better.
Yeah.
We got one around my house that I try to support as much as I possibly can. I mean, I would much rather give them my money than Bass Pro or Cabela's.
We go
But
to a lot of gun
some
shows.
of their
Beaver.
stuff is just stupid expensive.
Yeah.
How I've
Yeah.
always looked at it was that I'll go to like Cabela's and shit to like, especially like pistols, like try them out, feel them out, and then I'll go to my local gun stores and order them or buy them through there. Because I like going to Cabela's. Like we have a Cabela's, I don't know, half hour from here, and it's such a runaround. You got to sign up on the sheet, and then you got to wait, and then it's just a
Yeah.
mess.
I do the same thing when I'm buying a gun. The only time I get a gun from Cabela's or Bass Pro is I have their credit card, their pro card, whatever.
Yep.
Twice now I've walked out of Cabela's with a free rifle. No,
Hell yeah.
I didn't pay a dime. So I mean I'll get a gun from them if I'm using all my points.
Right.
But other than that, same thing. I'll feel out a gun and then I'll go buy like my Benelli that I had there goose hunting. I figured out that's the one I wanted, and then I just went to the mom and pop shop here in town.
Right. Rather support the little guys than Bass Pro for sure.
Yeah, you got to have the little guys. I mean, you can't always run to Bass Pro to get everything.
Right.
I mean,
no, those little stores are still handy enough to have around. And you want to keep them
Yeah.
in business for sure.
well, I mean, and even to put it in more simple terms, I mean, they got archery ranges in there and stuff. You know,
Right.
a lot of the little stores you can give them $20 and shoot all day long if you want.
Right. You
Um,
can go into those little stores and actually have a conversation with somebody and
Yeah. Build relationships. It's personable when you walk in there. They know who you are.
Not to mention the bigger stores go off of map pricing, MSRP.
Yeah,
and
you have a little bit
budge from that either.
wiggle room when you go to the little stores.
Yeah. Now, when I'm buying like skeet and trap loads, a lot of times I can get a flat at Cabela's for $40 cheaper than I can the mom and pop.
Yep,
I
sure.
you gotta save the money where you can, but
Yeah, if it's a big purchase, I try to do it out of the little stores.
yeah. When it comes to buying a new gun, what's an extra $20 or $40 one
Right.
way or the other? Yeah, I'd much
Yeah.
rather keep the little guy open.
For sure.
And a lot of times your local shops at least have somebody that's kind of specialized in something or knowledgeable instead of somebody that's read a piece of paper.
Right. It's at least someone who's used the gun in the field before.
Yeah.
Not the 16-year-old kid at the gun counter at Cabela's.
Yeah, like our shop here in town, Bear Track, the guy that runs it, JP, he's like a gun wizard. Like if you got a question, he's gonna either know it or he will find out within 24 hours to let you know.
I got the same thing here. The one kid that works at the mom and pop shop, I shoot indoor archery league with him all winter long. So when I got questions, I just go ask him, and he either tells me yes or no, or he goes, let me look it up at work tomorrow and I'll get back to you.
Yeah.
And he'll figure it out. He's not working on commission. He doesn't care if you buy anything or not.
He's not trying to push the sell on you, which is more aggravating than it.
He's going to tell you what he uses and his personal experience, and then what feedback he's gotten from other customers on what you're looking at, and you can't replace that.
Nope.
So.
Ryan's back. Did the Bears slow down, or are they still hammering it?
I was telling them earlier, so it slowed down a little bit, and it's usually like most of June, July, some of August. They have like mating season up here.
Okay.
So as they in the spring, as they wake up and everything, they're kind of on their same areas. You know, they'll look for food, but then mating season comes and they just take off. They're like all across the county. But then, like right around October-ish is when they start to make their way back to like their home centers that they were at. You know, preparing for winter, and especially if it's near some ag and stuff. But
A
so I'm
buddy of mine
anticipating.
is heavy into the bear dog, so like he is obsessed with bear. And last year is when I really started hitting it, trying to shoot one with my bow, and he's explained to me. I didn't realize their breeding season was in the middle of the summer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So the farm that I've acquired, this new one, this new lease, but there's also two other guys that are allowed to hunt it technically because he's an old farmer and he's kind of just cool with people. But they took a 480-pound black bear off it last year.
Oh, nice.
So it's a decent area, you know, and for New York, that's big. Like, you know,
That's real good.
so, yeah. There's a couple that are I got one picture. I think he's maybe 500 pounds. There's one that he's just like a slob. But I'm not going to be too picky. Like I don't want to shoot anything small, you know. But at the same time, if I get a chance at a decent, you know, 300-pounder or something, you know, I'm not going to pass it up. I mean,
yeah, my buddy was telling me because I was trying to, you know, I don't know how to gauge size of bear or nothing. He's showing me pictures. I'm like, oh, that's a nice one. He's like, that's a 125-pound bear. He said 9 times out of 10, people's first bear is 100 to 150 pounds. They think it's huge
because they don't know how to judge them.
Yeah, he said until you've seen bear on you know, Paul, I guess you'd say, of that caliber or size. He said it's hard to judge. He said obviously when you see a monster, you'll know it's huge. But he said if you see a bear come in by itself and it's 150 pounds, you're going to swear it's a 400-pound bear.
yeah. You just kind of look at the head, and if it's real blocky, it means they're more mature, you know. And then you'll see that stomach, and like I said, but you know, do you sit on the hoof and say, oh well, that's a 280-pounder? No, I'm going to shoot it probably, you know. But I don't know.
No, Ryan's 100% correct. You can always get that fat kid in class that had a really good feeding spot all summer and his stomach's all bloated and all big and fat. But he has a little tiny narrow head. That's a young bear. He's not going to weigh out that much. You want that big skull width. You want their ears really far apart.
Yeah. Then at least you know it's mature, you know, and then you're in that ballpark. But yeah, that's what I'm trying for. I guess I'm just trying to change the game up a little bit, you know, try to do some things, and I'm really trying to do more filming, like of everything, you know. Like last year, I wish I would have had the shot on the buck and certain things that I just couldn't happen because everybody was texting me at the same time. They didn't know how to hunt. So since everybody that was here didn't understand how to hunt, they were texting me trying to learn
full of it.
that I had to
Mike,
put
were you screwing it all up last year?
I was the furthest one away from him. I could have screwed it up the least.
They were
It was
texting me.
Kessler, wasn't it? Kessler was the problem.
I think Anthony was about 150 yards away from him. He was probably smell the beef jerky, you know.
He's the one that probably scared him my direction.
You're welcome.
Well, we were in the chat and everybody's texting, and you know, he's talking about I can see this 4-point, and Isaac, you know, sees this one, and everybody's doing this and doing that. And
first morning, Isaac lost 6 arrows.
Yeah, but and then I was like this on the phone, sitting in the stand, and I just looked up because like something caught my attention. And she was coming down the trail, hippity hopping. And I was like, why is she like acting like that? So I just flipped the seat up. I stood up and I put the phone in my jacket. and she got like right in front of me and looked up, and I thought I was done. But just as she stopped there, I looked right behind her, and all I seen was, this 120 coming. And I was just like, dude,
120.
I'm like, what? And I was like, this is going to happen. So I went into this whole different mode of like everything kind of went silent. And I was just like, it was just me, her, and him. And believe it or not, from what I learned that day, big bucks, when they're in the rut, pay more attention to that hot doe than anything else.
They
There was
could
other
care less
deer.
about you.
Yeah, and there was other deer around fighting and doing other things, and whatever she did, he did. And like even looking, like she looked that way, he looked that way. Like it was just that whole type of thing. And when that other deer came through, I got lucky. She looked that way, he looked that way, and then she was like, "Oh, okay." And then that's the video you've seen is her coming across she was going toward the thruway, like because it's just like this little thick patch that they walk through, and he did the same thing. So when I showed the guys, and I got the guys over there, and they were like, "How do you even hunt this? You're like 60 yards off the I-90." I'm like, dude, it's because they come through here not all the time, but what I learned is after the corn was cut, before they were swinging out off the end, and they could just go into 40 acres of corn. But like 2 days prior, they cut the corn, which was really early for us last year. So they got forced into the back of the woods. And I just happened to pick that tree stand because the scenario we talked about. But it worked out.
Yeah, you got to get one of them 360 cameras so you don't miss your shot anymore.
I bought one.
I need to do the same thing. I'm gonna get one too because I did
I
the
bought-
same thing. I didn't get mine on film either.
It's an X4, I think it is. Well, the problem is, they need to invent something that, honestly, what I thought about doing, and not being crazy, I thought about mounting a tree, one of my tactic cams to the tree right here. So when I move, it turns on. Like, because it's too much to try to turn it on and be like watching the deer or like whatever you're doing. It's just too much going on. Even if you have it on the rail, usually the one that has to watch, you can get one to during the shot. But when you got to reach over and try to turn a GoPro or whatever on the X4, whatever, the 360 cam, it's too much. So I thought about just keeping one in my bag, turning it on, strapping it to the tree every time. Because when I go to move, it's just going to catch me doing that.
Yeah,
Because
I
there's
think
really
those
no.
batteries. I think those batteries in those X4s are good enough. They'll run like 6-8 hours. Hell, you can get in your stand, turn it on, just leave it on. If you don't shoot nothing, delete the video and start over.
Are you sure?
So you just do something like that.
I've yet to play with it. I bought it. It's sitting there. I should probably get it out and learn it.
Yeah.
I've done the same thing. I haven't learned mine at all either.
Which camera's that?
The
Insta
360.
Insta 360. It sees 360 around you.
Yeah.
So then, like when you're editing it too, like you have it's 360. You could zoom in on one spot and like turn it and follow the deer and whatever. It's pretty slick.
Yep.
So like if you don't have your main camera, like you don't have time. Like Ryan, he had to hurry up and you don't.
I'm
have
still
to
trying
worry
to
about
figure
it
out
'cause-
how to use the GoPro efficiently, and it's not going well.
Yeah.
They're not. I had one too. They're just not. By the time they turn on, they click on, and
Well, I don't even have problems with that. I mean, I'm more. I played with the one I have in North Dakota there on our goose hunt, and I got some cool footage, but not what I would consider like quality video footage of a hunt. You know what I mean?
GoPro's okay for action. That's about it. Like for hunting, it's so hard to. Like mine die so quick. I quit using them.
Yep.
Like I can't get them to turn on right, or like
I mean,
I'll have them on standby and the battery's dead when I go to use it.
I
So it
have
never
like
looks to
the
work.
newest one they have out. Like it's in sleep mode. I can one touch it, and within 2 seconds, it's recording. It's ready to go. My thing is more the quality of the footage and the zoom. Like I'm gonna have to start putting money into buying different lenses for it if I actually want to get a good archery shot on a deer. Yeah, I could take a GoPro. I could mount it on my stabilizer, my bow, get a shot, but it's going to be such a zoomed out video. It's going to look like it's 200 yards away, and you're not going to be able to see anything.
Yeah.
That's
thinking about
more
doing-
kind of where I'm frustrated is I want that camera to see what I'm seeing and at kind of my same length of vision or aspect ratio, and it doesn't.
I'm going to go back, I think, to a regular old school type camcorder.
Yeah.
I have that.
I mean,
So-
I have a DSLR. I bought another one, and you know, especially during archery season, focusing it in, zooming it in, and trying to follow with it. It's like I found myself filming more than and getting it ready to go than you know. So
like watching all these hunting videos and stuff, one thing I've noticed is yes, they all have a GoPro of some kind that's like strapped to the tree above them that's giving them an overview of everything.
It's like a second person.
But then their
view.
actual video, like what you're watching, the kill shot on that deer, everything else, they're swinging a camera on an arm around over to it.
yeah,
Well, it's also somebody else filming it
it's
too.
someone else filming too.
Well, I mean, a lot of the self films are, they're still doing the same thing. They got a GoPro oversighting, but that's it.
Yep.
Your actual good footage is coming from
The camera.
a real camera.
So
Yeah.
Fourth
Right.
Arrow makes an attachment that goes onto your bow where you can put your phone onto it. I just bought it this year to try it, where you can use your phone to record.
How's that going to work? You text so much, you're not going to be. How you going to do that?
Well, Ryan, maybe I'll use a different phone, or maybe
Or
I'll
two
eat,
phones.
maybe I'll eat a Slim Jim
You should.
and just not shoot at it.
There you go.
For this year, that's what I was going to try to do is put my GoPro as kind of the oversight and then find something to mount to my stabilizer to put my phone in for actually
Well,
shooting a deer.
I even have that. What is it? The Tacta 6.0 or something? It's your stabilizer mount video camera.
Yeah.
I have that, and I forgot to use it. Like it's something where we need motion activated cameras.
So this is
That like, so we don't have to turn them on. We need that. That should be Rytech's next thing, like a motion activated camera.
Phone clamp.
can you guys see that?
Yep.
Yeah.
They're not that expensive.
Ryan's arrow would probably hit it.
Really? Wow. Wow.
He probably has his own 3D printed invented one.
Guaranteed.
Hey,
It's probably solar powered.
we're getting close. We're getting close. I'm trying to unveil it. They finally gave me a final timeline if testing goes right, which would be the end of September. If I have it in September, it goes to the FCC, obviously, like I told you. I got to get clearance there. And if I have my 20 units, I'd like to test some this year and get video footage of it working. Then we thought in December to put in 10,000 unit run and unveil it at the ATA show in January. That is my goal right now. If they're on the same timeline. So they've been doing a lot of testing. They just had to change the head and make it a little better. So where it was seated properly. So that was like our fourth model. They added like a third magnet that holds the chip in. So right now they've got 90% ejection rate on their drop tests, which are 90 or 91%. But we're shooting for like 95 to 96%, right? And I can't say 100% because then if it doesn't happen 100% of the time, my company could get sued. You just have to do these things. And we've actively had 0.9 of a mile positive testing. So it almost 1 mile, but that was in the city. So if we get it outside of the city, we're hoping to push that limit beyond 1 mile, where there's like less interference. So there's been a lot of testing going on. And once they're good with it and everything is good, hopefully it comes to us. And then as long as I can do some testing and everything is functional and proper and doesn't need to be retuned again, I'm good for the ATA show. But regardless, it's coming out next year. Like, regardless. Like, the war set us back this year. And the problem was, like, everything I'm doing now, I should have been doing in the beginning of February when this Iran war broke out. But I can't. When they bombed Dubai, after that, we couldn't get anything because Dubai is a major shipping hub. So we could not get any. We couldn't get our chipsets. We couldn't get our magnets that we made. We couldn't do anything. It just shut it. The pipeline was shut down.
I just can't wait to get my hands on it, man.
Yeah,
I have a
me
lot
and-
of guys. I have a lot of guys at work that I told them about it, and they're pretty excited for it too.
I have so many people calling me and contacting me just from the website, like, and I'm just like telling them, hey, I'm just have to be honest with them, tell them the situation, because I'm not going to release a product that isn't 100% that I want to put on mine either,
Oh, absolutely.
So once it's there and we unveil it, like I told you, I've spoken to a lot of prominent people. Me and Parker went back and forth from Duck Dynasty, talking about things, and me and Spook Span were on a phone number basis. Like I got his number in my phone, and we talk a lot. And Don Higgins wants to get involved and try it out. And I've already had an offer for the company, like before this even goes out, and I turned it down. Like somebody offered me $500,000,
Oh,
and
hell no. You're going to make a lot more than that.
Hey, get over here. Let me just put my dog in the house. Sorry about that.
Don't yell at my dog.
Sorry about that. Yeah, no, it wasn't. But again, it's not even about the money. It is because you're getting paid to do something you love. But I'm about changing the game. Like that's my thing. I told the person they can invest for the 500, and I'll give them 20% of the company because that's what I have left. That's what I have left to trade out.
I knew it was there.
Huh?
My bad. I thought I had it on mute.
Yeah, no. So I have a lot of people reaching out like that are interested. I'm like, listen, it's coming, but I'm getting worried. I had some people reach out to me about a week ago asking me everything under the sun about my patent. And, we're interested in the product and this and that. And we tried to look up your patent number, but we couldn't find it. I wouldn't give it to them. You don't need to know my patent
darn
number.
well they're going to, if this hits, you're going to have everybody and their mother trying to mimic this.
Right. So I just called my patent attorney the other day. I'm actually doing some updating on my patent. We put in an addendum because I want to make sure that nobody can use my collar system. Because if you can't use my collar system, there's no other way that you can make the same thing to keep this centered. Because anything else you do is off the edge of the arrow, and it'll put weight on either side, left or right, and throw your shot off. So we're the only company that has that collar system that screws into your arrow that keeps the shaft and everything aligned. And as long as they can't use my collar, they can't do nothing. So we just put an addendum to make sure that was all covered. I'm covered for AI. I'm covered for future reference for LiDAR, anything tracking, all kinds of stuff that could be, other animal uses in the future. This might be something that
Somebody's going to rip it off anyway, and you're going to have to assume, and it is what it is.
Yeah, I get it.
It's inevitable,
I get it, but I want to be the first one out the gate.
Yep.
So
as long as you're number one, you're good. You'll win it in court. If you're not number one, then
yeah. Well, there's no way that we couldn't be number one because it takes too long to build. You cannot just go get these components and put this together. Like we had to make our own chipsets, our own magnets. We had this. It's so small that that's why people are like, dude, it's such a good idea, but why did it take so long for somebody to make? I said because the parts really until last year weren't even available in chipsets that small.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And then putting this whole idea together, it was an astronomical feat to get this far. So knock on wood. I'm not saying if, I'm saying when this is ready. But they give me a timeline. So they said we should be done testing in September. And like I said, I want to test a couple ourselves, get some videos, and then get it cleared by the FCC. And once that's ready to go, there's nothing holding me back from ATA in January. And as long as I can do that, they're going to stumble over it at the ATA show, and everybody's going to want to get their hands on it. I think my biggest problem is going to be
keeping up with
demand, because I can only make 10,000 a month.
Yeah.
That's all they can handle.
Well, I mean, that'll be a start, and then once you finally get it rocking and rolling, bring it stateside.
Yeah, I could do that because I'll own the patent and
Mhm.
everything. Yeah, but it's still going to cost you unless we bring them here to make it. It's you're actually better off keeping it there. Like what they would do is maybe just back end another company in India to tag along with the Pakistan company and say, hey, help us build another 30,000 units a month or something or whatever.
Or build half of it and let us finish them here.
Yeah.
Regardless, it's going to take off, and you know, companies when they start out all the time and they release a new product, it sells right away. Then it goes out of stock, and then you just gotta.
But I don't want to do that. We want them first 10,000. But like I said, if we go to the ATA, we might get people wanting, 1,000 a pop. We need 1,000 for our this or 5,000 for Cabela's or, I don't mind filling the orders because that's what we want to do. But at the same time, it's just I want to make sure it's right. I want to make sure everything links properly. We're still going to have back end data that we have to work with, which I have to pay them monthly. So there's going to be a thing in the app, like if there's like a hiccup with the app, the user can go and say, "Hey, there's this problem," and that can get forwarded directly to the devs, and the developers can look into that and fix it. Because like with any app, you're always going to have to update. You're always going to have to keep firmware right, the whole 9 yards.
When's it getting released for Apple? I'm waiting.
Well, so we actually halted the apps are done, but we can't release it on Apple until we have certain testing parameters videoed and certain criteria for Apple. So they won't allow us to do it until we have that done. So we kind of halted, we put a pause on the Android one because we let it out a little bit, but then we didn't seem that it was fair. So we just we locked it for right now. And then we're waiting for all the testing and videos. Then we're going to submit that to Apple. And then Apple said that they should allow it to be. It's ridiculous. It's the dumbest shit ever. Excuse my French. But Apple's really strict. But just knock on wood and hopefully I can change the game.
You will.
It's not
Putting together your bike rack, Lawson.
What is it?
Putting together your bike rack.
I was about to say, as long as your tracker's easier to put together than a stupid bike rack.
Joel, go give him a hand. Oh, never mind. Where's Cass?
Sleeping.
He's there.
What is that for your hunting bike?
Yeah, you ruined Mike, and then he talked me into it.
What kind of bike rack is that?
I have
has
no
them out
idea.
to your
Whatever
car?
I could find on Amazon.
Does it like go in the trailer hitch or what?
Yeah.
What's it do?
Trailer hitch.
Is it a one person
So-
one bike or?
My bike rack, my hunting bike doesn't look much like a hunting bike right now. I got a kid seat on it because we're headed to the beach tomorrow.
All right, quick question. I don't know much about those e-bikes. Is that front wheel on like a quick detach, like a mountain bike?
This one has a motor in the front.
Oh yeah, no, never mind.
Mine is.
You know,
I was gonna
after,
solve your whole life problems, but I can't help you now.
like after old cripple here took a hatchet to my knee. This thing's really nice. Me and Mike went and put cameras out the other day. I was like, man, this ain't bad walking.
Yeah, no, I found a great system when I was kind of in my mountain biking phase and putting a lot of miles on a mountain bike, as far as throwing it in the bed of the truck and how I was mounting it all up and everything. It works off of the quick disconnect on a front tire. You pop your front tire off and then the bike mounts straight down and reattaches to the bike rack in the bed of the truck, and it's
Well, see, I
super
got
quick,
a
super easy. I mean, it takes you 30 seconds to throw in the truck, lock it down, and
I've got a full camper shell on my truck, so a lot of that wouldn't work.
as long as the bike would. So I didn't use it the way they want you to. They actually want you to take that and drill holes in the bed rail of your truck and bolt it to the bed rail of your truck, like right behind the cab. And I said, screw that. I took a 2x4 and stood it up on end and mounted it on the short side of the 2x4. And then I just slid it. Most truck bed liners from the factory come with like board slide outs in the front and the back.
Yeah.
I just cut a 2x4 that fit in that and dropped it down in there, and it worked great.
Huh. Yeah, mine, if I took, like with my camper shell on mine, I don't think the tire, like even the back tire would go in the truck.
Too tall.
It'd be tight because I have a low profile camper shell.
Yeah.
I mean, e-bikes are great, man. Like they get you in, they get you out. It just makes more. Go ahead.
Something I never thought about was like Mike brought it up to me is like the scent thing. You know what I mean? You're not going to have your feet walking on the ground at all until you get to where you're going to park.
We literally rode, I think it was like a mile, and we put some cameras out, and it wasn't 2 hours later we had deer right where we rode through. Didn't even know we were there. Had no clue.
Yeah. I mean, it just gets you in. You can go deeper. You can go farther. You're not tired as hell. You're not sweating when you get to the stand. Like I usually leave mine at least 100 yards from the set. Like it just works that way. And I just stash it or whatever, high weeds or whatever it is. And then, you're walking to your set. And I mean, my buddy used to drive his right under the stand and leaning against the thing. And I was like, what the hell? But never bothered it. So
yeah, we're gonna give her a try.
I just had a fox run past my camera.
Oh, jeez.
Did she have red hair or?
No, that was Sass. That's my Yeti.
Okay, here you go. Keep making fun of it.
I was talking about my. Never mind. We're live, so she can watch this.
Here we go. They're gonna get you. You're the one making fun of them. They're gonna get you.
Nope, I have beef jerky, bro. I'm good.
As long as it's the right brand.
I'll get Jack Links. I'll keep it in my truck. I'll keep it in my bag.
I think it's a year we all get big deer. I think it could really work out. I mean,
we've had an awesome summer with the rain and everything. It's been great.
Dude, I've been putting that together. I've been putting that together for a long time, and the more it rains every year, we get all these rains. When we get them, I see bigger deer, and I started putting it together, reading, paying attention to stuff, and the article I wrote kind of just makes sense. Like,
oh yeah, the amount of tonnage that they have with all the rain that we've had of like foliage they could eat, it's tenfold of what it was last year.
Yeah, it just gives them
the only difference of a drought year and a not a drought year is it seems like the oaks produce more on a drought year because they go into like a natural, like I better reproduce because I might die. It seems like the oak crop is heavier on a drought year than it is on a good wet year.
I'm not seeing nothing. No acorn. I mean, as far as feed inside, I'm not seeing anything.
I'm seeing a lot of apples. Acorns, I have them anyway. That I've probably got 100 trees over there on the one area, but so some produce, some don't. But I don't think acorns is what really makes a buck antlers big. If they have the genetics and they're eating the right foods, like I was saying, when it rains, the tonnage is higher, but the minerals are better and released out of the soil into those plants.
Yeah,
and when you're having And when you're having a better year and there's more minerals and they're eating that, it's going to give their genetics the maximum potential. So
Yep.
that's why you start to see these bigger bucks on rain years. And that's kind of my opinion after doing a lot of research.
It's almost like they're less stressed too because they have more. Like the herds could be bigger and there's more food, so they don't like have to go try to find and look for food. They're just like plenty to eat.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep. That's that I hugged the other day. It's like clockwork. I have like 2 does that come by there every day. And I said, you know what? There's no way during the rut that a buck of a good caliber is not going to come through here. There's like no way. If they're using that same path all summer long, that's what I feel that the bucks pick up on because it's just over and over repetitive. And eventually that a big buck's going to come from somewhere right in front of it. And I start to follow the does. Everybody that I know, like, man, I got these bucks on camera, and like, that's all they follow all summer. And then they do, and then you know what happens? The same thing that happened to me. It disappears. They're gone. It might be 500 yards across the farm. It might be 5 miles. So I started learning that I focus on doe groups, and I look for the specific doe that I believe either doesn't have young, and I'm looking for the first one that might come into heat because then the biggest buck in the group is going to know that in that area. And he's going to try to be the first one to her. So when I find them does like on them benches or right on the knolls bedding by themselves, or if they kick their fawns away early or those types of things, I'm going to start focusing on those tree stands, on those sits, because those are the ones that always come in first. And if you can catch that doe, them bucks aren't going to be far behind, especially the big ones.
Oh yeah, because they're going to be sitting right on the edge of the doe bed, just trying to scent check. And as soon as the one goes in, it's game on. That's
And nobody pays attention to that. Everybody just
Yep.
walks in the woods willy nilly. They don't,
Yep.
And the only reason I learned it is about 7 years ago. I noticed them doe by themselves, and she was by herself, and then she was the first one that came in the heat. And then like then 2 years later, I noticed it again. I had a different one, and I caught her bedding somewhere else. And then after that, the one kicked her doe or fawns away. So what was that picture, Jack? What?
I said hi, Sam, because you were talking.
Oh,
What's
I
that?
didn't realize Sam was on.
Don't let me interrupt. I'm learning. Anytime Ryan's talking about deer hunting, I'm learning.
Oh no, I just had a thing up. I didn't want to interrupt him, but he interrupted himself.
You beat me
Sorry,
too,
Ron.
Anthony. I was also gonna be the one that kissed ass and went, What's up, boss man? How you doing?"
Yeah, no, I think you're right. I think a lot of because we have some. It's a club that me and Lawson got into close to home, and there's a lot of public land that butts into it. And you talk to some of the older guys that are there, and they're like, "Oh, you gonna try to hunt state land?" I'm like, "Yeah, I got a couple cameras down there. Were you getting anything?" I'm like, "Yeah," and he's like, "Where are you at?" And I tell him roughly, not exactly. He's like, "Yeah, because everybody else is over here, and they scare all the. They people just like you said, just go walk through the woods, do whatever. They go cut trails and leave tree branches lay everywhere. Deer notice all that. That's where they live. So I don't know.
Say hi, everybody.
There he is.
Little dude.
There he is.
I want to go on that bike.
Say, I'm not a lot of fun yet. Huh.
Give him a couple years and he'll be out there running you ragged out there in the woods.
Oh yeah, it's Bub's best friend right now.
I bet he's running you ragged every night about 2 a.m., ain't he?
He told me the other day. He said, "Dad, when Lonnie grows up, I want to be just like him." I said, "Well, he's going to think the same thing." It's funny how you don't have a regulation for age or time when you're younger.
Okay.
Hey Sam, what's your work schedule next week or a week after next?
Week after next?
Yeah.
got Monday and Tuesday open, and then I work a 72 starting Wednesday through Friday.
Oh, me and Mike are headed making a little road trip, and I don't know how far you are from like western Arkansas, but I was gonna say we might come down there and kill some of your coyotes, but you're gonna be working when we're there.
Y'all are just coming to Arkansas, or are you coming farther south?
Just Arkansas. My grandma turns 80, so we're gonna go down there and visit and maybe try to shoot some hogs.
Nice. Yeah, it's a hot one right now for shooting dogs, man.
Yeah, that's what my dad told me. He said it's bad hot.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal right now. The heat index every day is like, I don't know, 110 give or take right now.
Jeez.
It's a lot. But no, I mean, I'm always down. You can ask Todd. I'll take anybody that wanders down this way out there despite the heat. Todd was fortunately successful a few years ago.
I think Todd's passed out right now.
He's watching the game.
I saw him muted and off of here. I didn't know if he was coming back or if he hung it up for the night.
He was falling asleep on camera, and I think he finally just shut his camera off.
He's hunched over the computer right now.
Yeah.
When they send you enough parts for these bike racks, geez, a whiz.
Well, you pay the extra $20 and just buy one that's already assembled.
After I put my e-bike together, I told Mike, I said, next one I buy, it'll be assembled. I think I took it apart 3 times because the instructions weren't the best. It was just pictures. I think I took it apart 3 times because I missed something.
Your e-bike, you had to assemble it?
Yeah.
Like the wheels didn't come assembled with the body frame and
Though the back tire was on and the chain. But I had to put like the rack on, the handlebars, the cables in the front motor.
oh, you got a dual motor.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you went out and got the bee's knees.
Hey, gonna go big. What do they say? Go big or go home.
Well,
I went big or went broke.
This is the first time in history two-wheel drive has been a flex.
Yeah, exactly. It scoots along pretty good.
You and Mike got the same ones?
No.
No, I forget he got a king bull or something. I got the same one that Terry has.
They're great.
I can't even say the word. Berchada.
You cover great distances, and it makes hunting easier. It makes hunting more enjoyable. I got tired of walking so far every day, and then there was days where like, man, I just did that 5 days in a row, and I didn't want to do the 6th day, and then that's the day that they showed up.
Oh, there's no doubt that it's gonna be more enjoyable.
That's what I was telling him last year when we hunted your place. We had to walk like, I don't know, Anthony, how far was it? I mean, hell, we walked 400 or 500 yards every time. Easy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that was just one way.
There's no doubt. Just the one time I've used it for putting a camera out, I was like, oh, this is gonna be the way to go.
Yeah, we use them for checking our cams too because, we don't have to use our wheelers. Like if we have to go in and change batteries, you just hop on it, zip, change the battery, get out, and none the wiser,
Yeah, let's see. I figured it out earlier. That's the brand of mine right there.
Yeah.
It's a Y3. I mean, it scoots along pretty good.
Did you get it on Amazon?
Trouble by your wife. How what'd that run you?
Well, so Mike got his.
We're on live, by the way. So
No, that's fine. Mike got his, and I started searching when the baby was just born, so I had all the free time. I think I had 8 different bikes in my cart. I kept talking to Terry because he had one. All you guys had, or Ryan had one, and Mike had one. I was like, this one has 2 motors, and it's about the same price. So it was like 1,300.
Oh, that ain't bad.
But then they had some special. I pulled the trigger on with the checkout, and it said if you'll finance through Affirm, you get $500 off, 0% interest. So I said, heck yeah, and I just I paid it off in 2 payments. I was like, why would I not get $500 more off?
Yeah, that'd be stupid.
So
I think my new one was 900 because I
so
upgraded. to the
and it
mountain
came
bike.
with. I decked it out so it came with like the little side bags, which we used the other day for the cameras, and that was slick. It came with a back rack, and then it came with 3 years of warranty. So I was like, as hard as I am on stuff, that was a seller for me.
Send me
Now,
the
what you
link
got-
then when you get a chance.
The only thing you have to get now, there's 2 options. You have to get a bow holder rack. So if you can clip something on your, handlebars and then holds your bow. But what I have a bow sling. So I get a sling and put it around me and I shift it to my back and I can have both my hands riding because otherwise there's like really no way to hold your bow unless
All
you're like
my
Mike.
all my packs that I
Strap it to
use,
your
my
back.
backpacks have straps for the bow. That's why I didn't even order nothing with it because it straps in real nice.
Yeah, you could do that.
So
Us
I
old-
know I've
us
seen
old
like
guys.
motorcycles going down the highway with little carts behind them and stuff. Do they make any kind of like little carts that will go behind that e-bike that you can haul gear with, or get a deer back out of the woods?
They
Or
sell carts.
Yeah.
But I almost bought one. I just don't. They mount to the hub, and that bolt is what holds your main everything on. I just don't know that I like that. So I'm going to try to engineer a way to mount it to my rack.
okay, I mean, yeah, that makes sense.
All
But
you need is like a swivel.
They used to make one that would go to your seat base, your seat pole, and it used to clamp around your seat pole, and it had like a 3-foot lead off of it. But I haven't seen those in a while.
And then my other buddy, he's big into the e-bike, and he said he just ordered a articulating. So like it's a dual axle trailer, and it articulates over like logs and stuff.
mhm.
I mean, I don't know. I think now that I'm in the e-bike world, I think there's a lot to actually learn about them. I mean, there's a lot you can do with them. But
Yeah.
right
They're
now,
very
I'm taking it to the beach and gonna haul my 3-year-old daughter on the bike, and I won't have to pedal my butt off.
They're useful, that's for sure.
I just sent you the link, Anthony Lawson sent it to me, so you should have it here shortly.
See, I had a little bike that
I
bike
got
that I used to have. That was like the lower profile one, which is not bad. I still have one of those. But the battery after 5 years kind of crapped out.
Yeah,
That's
the
why I
one thing
bought
I will say about this bike, it's 100 pounds.
Yeah. The
So I
mountain
mean,
bikes are heavy.
but I tried it out because I was like, man, what if I get out somewhere and say I went further than what it says, and I get a dead battery? It ain't fun, but you can pedal it. It ain't like terrible.
Yeah.
That was gonna be my next question: is if your battery's dead, can you just pedal it like a normal bike and ride it out?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yep. I mean, it's not
Usually-
it's not near as enjoyable.
Yeah, no.
I can imagine not.
But they make different e-bikes of all different sizes. You just got to make sure you get a fat tire one. You don't want to get some skinny tire. They're like a
Mhm.
4-inch tire. You got to make sure you got
That's-
that 4-inch tire.
Right.
I think that's what,
That's
we got,
what
was
Mike
like
was telling me. He's
26
like, it don't matter
bucks.
what you get, just get one that has a fat tire on it.
Yeah.
I used to ride mine through the creek, up through the whatever.
Yeah.
They used to make fun of me. They would make fun of me. I'd be like, all right, guys, I'm going. And zoom, I go right by them. And then he'd get to the tree stand and they start texting me, hey, where could I get one of those? Like,
thing was a death trap. I almost wrecked it like 10 times going back there with it.
well, that was just you.
Yeah,
I
make
put a-
sure
He
you
didn't
get
say
one.
they were for everybody. He said they were just really nice.
Well, he didn't
Yeah.
tell me that they made training wheels for it either.
And if you're looking to get one, make sure you get one with pedals because they have ones that don't have pedals, and you can't use them on like national parks or state land or WMAs. It has to have pedals. And the motor size too, like in your area. Like I know West Virginia, it's 750 watts.
Okay.
So if your motor's bigger than that, you can't use it.
I'll have
And
to
that's
take a
wild.
look and see what PA.
It doesn't even make sense because
I know it doesn't, but
if it's 1500 watts, it's still electric. What's
I
it gonna
know.
do?
I
You
don't
know,
know.
I mean,
Blow up. I don't know.
it doesn't make sense. Like,
Yeah.
Huh.
But they
I'm
gotta make
glad
a
I
rule
didn't pay
about it.
attention to that when I bought mine because I have no idea what mine is.
Well, you don't have public land, you'll be all right.
yeah, but yours is if you got a dual hub, you're probably at least 1500 to 2000.
I think he's got two 750 watt motors. So
Yeah.
he's well
But I
over
can
it.
turn them. I can turn them off, which is nice. So I can make it one wheel, front, rear wheel, front wheel, no wheel.
Well,
Yeah,
here's
but
the thing too.
wouldn't that still count as having two though, as far as
It's on the
Hey,
bike. So
don't be getting technical on me here.
let Mr. Green Pants get technical with him.
Because
that's
trust
the
me, they
thing. I
have
mean,
no problem doing that.
that's what I mean.
But even if they see you and you shut it off and you're pedaling, then what?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I mean, I can turn it off to 0.
It's probably a gray area because not a lot of people have them, at least around us. So I don't know.
It's probably one of them deals when I kill the biggest buck of my life, it's going to be a problem.
That'll be the first thing to ask you. You got two motors? You're going to jail.
You got 2 motors? Oh, that's my deer.
Yeah, I don't really use it to haul anything out. I just hunt with it, and then I get my ATV. It's easier.
Yeah, because after you shoot one, who cares if you make noise?
Right.
Don't matter.
No, we didn't when he did.
Yeah.
What's that?
When he shot yours last year, I didn't care if they heard us 6 counties over.
Well, you couldn't hear anything anyway because there was 18 wheelers flying past us at 70 miles an hour. So
Oh, here we go.
Here we go again.
Here we
had to throw
go.
that in there. He's just driving down I-90 and hit it with his truck. He didn't shoot
Yeah,
it.
he said he walked in, but he knew what he was doing.
Yeah, he walked to the driver's seat.
All I know is that we need to switch to Evolution Outdoors broadheads because that put a hurting on that deer like no other. And I tell you, all the years I've shot so many other broadheads and rage or this or that and so many different things, I don't think it could have done what that broadhead did to that animal on an off shot. Big bucks are big bucks for a reason. They're tough. They're resilient, and I will.
You know what
I don't.
I tell everybody with a broadhead? I mean, there's all broadheads out there that really do damage. I mean, there's some out there that we've never even heard of that's incredible. I think the biggest kill on a broadhead is if you're confident with it.
Yep.
If you're
After
not
I-
confident, it's never going to happen for you. You know what I mean?
The slap cut that it put on the hind end was as long as my phone, and like I couldn't believe it. I was just so it's got cut on contact. You know, basically, the Beast broadhead is the same thing, but it opens the other way. So the Beast now has a cut on contact, but they spring open like a rage would almost. But now the other ones, like the hides, the one I shoot by Evolution, they have the whitetail version, Whitetail Furies, but those go back like the Grim Reapers. So those flip back, so it's like a hybrid. And I think you're getting the best of both worlds. You're getting the cut on contact and the hybrid that it's just
Well, and you
devastating.
have that, like,
Ryan,
it's not
that
going to deploy because it always will because it's a reverse. You know what I mean?
that
So like, as soon as it hits it, the blades are springing back. So
yeah,
you don't have to worry about, oh, my broadhead didn't open or, you know.
Yeah.
that
If
hide
anybody's
evolution.
curious, I put my rack together upside down.
You might
is
need to
10
quit and come
o'clock.
back tomorrow, dude.
I ain't
What
got
were you
time
saying,
tomorrow. I'm leaving tomorrow.
Hey, those hide evolutions, did they used to be the Bloodsport Gravediggers?
So the guy used to have another company, but I don't know what they were.
So
And then
so I've run Bloodsport Gravediggers for a long time. They don't make them anymore. And my guy over at Bear River, I think, is the one who told me that the guy that used to give the work on them and bring that design basically to Bloodsport was the manufacturer, that he left, and that it turned into the Hide Evolutions now as the new and improved. And if you look up Bloodsport Gravedigger and then the Hide Evolutions, like there's minor differences, but they're almost exactly the same. And those Gravediggers are like, I've shot many broadheads over the years, but I keep going back to them. And I've had a bunch just from over the years, but I'm about out. And when my guy at the shop told me that, I was like, dude, thank the Lord, I can get some more, because those things are awesome. So it's
dude,
been
they
my
are.
favorite broadhead I've ever shot.
It's this, and that's where I'm at too. I've shot so many broadheads over the last 30 years, going back to the Razorbacks. Like these actually were just like they did what they said they were going to do. They're highly accurate. They worked on off shots. That's what you hope for. Like when a broadhead is like doing its job,
Yeah,
right? So that's what we count on, and it did its job. And when I seen it put down a 200 plus huge buck like that in 40 yards, I'm sold. It's so
yeah.
the proof was in the pudding, you know, and they even make a bigger one. I bought this year to try too. I'm gonna check it out. It's the Whitetail Fury. It's a larger cut. I had the smaller of the two cuts. The hides is the smaller. Yeah, it
120.
was a 120. Yeah,
Yeah,
Why
that
you rage
the
baiting him?
yeah,
I
I
love it.
definitely love that broadhead a lot. I shot that big pig I shot in 2022. He weighed over 300 pounds, and I shot him with the Gravedigger, or the previous version of that same head you're running. So
Yeah,
it
I'm
does the
trying to get
job.
them to come on board, actually. I did write them, and I was telling him about the story and everything. And I talked to their department. I was like, look, I mean, even if we can get people to, some to the team members to try the kits and, review them or whatever, just, if it's not monetary. So I've been talking to them a little bit. I'm praying for a good response from them because that broadhead changed my whole, like he said, confidence. It instilled that back into me, like a lot. Like I mean, these guys were making me wait 6 hours to go find this deer. So I was
Oh,
like,
you're
man,
such a liar.
I said that
Freaking
broadhead,
fire.
that
You
that
wanted to wait
broadhead,
till the next day.
I said that broadhead did its job, and they were like, no, we gotta wait, we gotta wait, we gotta
You're
wait.
so full of it. You're so full.
We wanted to go look for it right away.
Yeah.
They were trying to come look for it before I even set the bow down. You know what I mean? Like I
We
hung the
knew.
bow up, and
We
I'm
knew.
still shaking, and I'm texting them. I'm like, I shot him, and they're like, shot who? Who? What? Where? When? Anthony's throwing meat sticks. I'm coming. I'm like, wait, stop. Hold on a minute. Chill for a second.
Listen, them
Let's just.
squirrels that I was seeing, they ate good that day because I threw them all out and I jumped out of the tree.
You probably did.
But
I
I didn't
almost
give them
jumped
my
out of
peach
tree.
rings.
I think that was the quietest I've ever come down a tree stand in my life.
I was the furthest one away, and I was out of breath because I didn't have an e-bike. So, yeah.
Hey,
That's why
Todd's
he
away.
bought one. That's why he bought one.
I had to walk like a half a mile to get to where everybody was at. They're already partying. And I'm like, oh, what'd I miss?
You were the one that sent Isaac the other way. I think he got mad. But I was
I didn't want to
trying
be the
to.
last one there. That's all.
I was just trying to cover my bases, like if he went running out of that thicket. I probably should have known better, like that he died, because when all the other ones went into there and they all came out of there running the other way and he didn't, to me, I just in my head I was like, oh, it's a back shot liver. He laid down, sneak out of here. I didn't think he was
Hindsight's
already like,
2020. Yeah.
yeah. And I tell you what, too, I switched to them. What do you call those? Easton, the FMJ Maxes.
Yep.
Yeah.
So them things, they pack a punch. I mean, they're thinner and they're the 5 mm, but I was shooting darts with them at the range, so I really liked them. And the
Well, it's what
impact
I've been
on that,
shooting the past few years, the FMJs.
yeah, but these are the Maxes. They're a little lighter, but they go right through. Man, I was just by that setup. I was just like, whoa, like And then of course you got the video, you know, so it was great. Only thing I could have asked for is maybe having myself draw back and actually get it on full video where, you know,
Oh, we could have recreated it.
I still could have, you know, there ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Not like the woods got any different.
Right.
Todd woke up. Hi, Todd.
He's like, oh man, they're still on here.
Yeah, what's
Actually,
wrong
I'm
with
gonna
these guys?
probably log off. Heather just got home, so she's making supper. So, so sorry guys, I was kind of boring tonight.
No, you're good.
So
We-
anyway, good seeing everybody. Need anything? Let me know.
We'll see you.
We'll
Yeah,
see you, Todd.
yeah.
You too, Tato. I'm getting ready to drop off here too, fellas.
Same here, boys.
All right.
Y'all have a good evening.
Yep, we'll see you.
Hugs and hammers.
What?
Nothing. I can figure out. There we go.
He
See you,
can't
boys.
even
Sorry,
figure
guys.
it
I was
out.
making dinner while everyone else was saying their goodbyes. I'm going to jump out too. We'll see you.
We'll see you.
Later.
And then there was 3.
Special.
Oh, we're down to the end. Everybody can watch me mess up on YouTube, putting the bike rack together upside down.
You had to put your bolts through and everything? That's wild. Like to hold the tires?
Yeah, that's what you get for an Amazon special, bub.
Well, that's where I got mine too, but it was already together. They had the bolts through it, and
Yeah, I better get some insurance before I head out because I'm not sure this is going to make it to Ocean City.
well, you just bought new ratchet straps. You'll be all right.
Right.
Yeah,
You
you're
could
good.
just wrap it and
You got a whole 4-pack from the old Quality Farm and Fleet. You'll be good.
Yeah,
I
it
know
just doesn't seem super stable.
I still got 3 sets that I want to put up, but I have 2 that got to go up on the hill. And I still had
Okay.
one sitting on my farm down there, but I can get to that whenever. The other 2 are just ladder stands on this new guy's property, but
I
he's
got
got this little valley. We cut a path last week down through there. It's just tall grass, and a lot of times these big bucks. So I want to put one on one side and one up on the other, I think. And he's actually got a stand there. He hadn't hunted in 10 years, but there's a stand sitting there. And I was like, man, maybe I should just fix this one too. But
Yeah.
it just needs some straps. But I don't want to take up your time either. So,
No,
like,
you're
if we
good.
go,
Like I said, dude, I'm there all day. Saturday.
yeah,
So whatever you want to do, whatever we can get done in, I don't know, 8 or 10 hours, fine with me.
no, I'm just saying, like, it might take 3 or 4 hours to get 2 sets put up just so I got them in the right spot. So,
No,
like,
you're good.
if you get here at 9 and we're up on the hill by 10, you're done by 1. If you want to grab lunch or something, and then
Yep.
I can show you everywhere you can go look. I'll show you the other property that I, got where the sets are. If you want to put a camera on that, I don't care. Or if you want to
Yeah.
just go ride your state land and do your thing, and it doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, I got a couple cameras, couple mock scrapes, and
You said that
whatever.
you've been looking on the map to try to find some state spots, like.
Yeah, I found 2 spots that I really like. Just looking at the topographical maps and everything.
Mhm.
Just like some pinch points, coming like logging roads wrapping around hills, stuff like that. So
You just have to show me where, and if I know anything about it, I'll let you know and say,
yeah.
you know,
Well, one was on your side of the road, because if you go up and make that left onto the what are those snowmobile where the gates were last time.
yeah,
So
that
they
4-way.
have like walking trails that go east and west. Yeah, east and west.
Oh, yeah.
So there was one on one side and one on the other side. So I just figure you could ride the walking trail and to wherever, and then walk down to the wherever you wanted to put your camera. Or
Yeah, there's a lot of spots. There's another spot down on Sanford Road that guys don't even get into, and it's just.
but it's
If you
out
can
there. It's
find-
like not. I would per se like on the beating path. Like if they have those gates shut, you're not walking to where I had the pins at. It's probably like 2 miles from the road. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
So
They,
I
they
figured
only
get
they
out.
only close it. They only close it when it really super snows. So I mean,
Okay.
when do you plan on coming up hunting? Is like that October 29th,
What
28th?
I think we said, what did we say, Lawson? November? I don't think he's still.
No, it's the last. It's Halloween.
That's a great time to be in the woods
Yeah, what
up here.
here? I got it on my. Let me see here, because we
I'm
talked
gonna
about the
I'm
other
gonna hop
day.
off of here, guys. It's good to see y'all.
All right, Sam.
Good seeing you, Sam.
We'll see you guys.
So it would be the 30th, October 30th through the 3rd.
Those are a good couple days there. Those,
Yeah,
yeah. And
and
what
I
I'm
might actually
predicting,
just book the Airbnb for the week, and then if everything
yeah,
works out good, I might just stay up there for a couple more days. So
do it. It's cheap enough. I mean, what were they, 500 and 600?
450 to 550 for. I mean, it was
Yeah, it
nothing,
wasn't bad at all.
Yeah,
and that's
book
for a
it.
whole house. Like you can't beat that.
No. So
You have
when I
two,
seen
three,
them, I was like, get them.
couple guys split that, and that's nothing. And then drive up there, it's nothing on fuel. I mean, a couple bucks for the toll road, and
I just, like I said, I want to keep guys off the lake one because we pressured the shit out of that last year, and I seen what happened,
well, you
and
got your
it's just,
buddy. He pays.
and I feel bad. So
Yeah.
I said, I'm hoping he gets a good one this year. I really do, and I try
Yep.
to set him up, but he second guesses himself all the time. He does a lot of shit. Now he's starting to work, in the off season, do more work and put the time in. I told him, Steve, you got to put time in. You got to learn these animals. You got to
Yep.
understand what they're doing. Because he'd be like, how the fuck do you know this shit? I'm like, listen, because I put the time in and I see it,
Yeah.
you know? So, yeah, with him paying,
Yeah. It's
I
good. No, there was good deer up at your place next to the state land. Just the ones we saw running through. They were big.
and the bitch about that too, like, I didn't cut that trail yet. I want to cut the trail behind the pond. Like, I
Oh, that
haven't
goes
got,
through the pond, like
yeah,
back to that stand.
hey, that's what I could have you do. There you go.
Why, you got something to cut it with?
Well, I can rent the brush hog for like $50. It's like
Works
that
for
walk
me.
behind. It's like a walk behind, and you just cut the trail right back to that same path.
That'll work. Then I'll feel like I did something.
There you go. Yeah, I can rent it for Saturday morning. That's fine. I'll just have to shoot over there at like 8:30 and load it on the trailer and whatever. Where are you staying at overnight?
What do you mean? I'm just gonna drive back.
Oh, same night, same thing?
Yeah, yeah,
You're
yeah.
wild. You're wild.
It's not far, buddy. It's an easy drive.
How far do you
Yeah,
live?
no,
It's only like 2.5 hours.
Oh,
Yeah, it's not far. I can tell you exactly, but
I feel like he's telling me 2.5 hours because we're making the drive up, Ryan. I drove 2.5 hours all the way around here. I never crossed the state line to New York. I'm just
it's closer to
saying.
3. It's closer to it's a little over 3, but it's not that far.
well, from 2 to 2.5 to 3. Now it's a little over 3.
See what I mean?
Either way,
So,
it's not that far.
so if Lawson comes to hunt with you, like, how's he gonna know where to go or what to do? Like,
We planned on coming back up, like, I wouldn't say later, but probably September early before season starts,
yeah,
and just kind of getting a feel for, not obviously probably not going and just beating through the woods, but
do
I'm
it.
just
pretty. If
checking.
if he'll if he'll lay me a track down like on Onyx or something when he's driving, if that's where we're gonna go, then I'll just ride the bike, park, and walk.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it shouldn't be too bad. It wasn't bad. Like when you set us pins and we just had to walk to wherever, it was pretty easy.
yeah. Well, that's why I drove up there because I wanted to make sure you guys found the place because you guys are like, well, is this it? Where the hell, where are we? And I was like, well, everybody else is set over there, so I'm just gonna go up there and show them. I already had my deer, so I wish you guys would have been able to get one that day, but
Yeah, let me see
just
here.
just for video, I wish Tony would have shot that one.
Yeah, no kidding.
It wasn't a shabby deer, he could have.
Yeah, it's
Well,
only exactly, and I guess if you take the tolls, it takes off 4 minutes. It's 3 hours and 28 minutes. So it's really not that bad.
No. So what time are you going to leave then? Like what
By
time?
6. I'll leave
Yeah,
here at
6.
6 and be there by 9, a little after
Well,
9.
that gives you a long time. Like I said, I'll rent that thing. We can go
Yep.
pop those 2 stands up, and then we'll cut
You got
that
to put up
trail.
ladder stand, you said?
Yeah, I got 2 of them. They're 2 small ones. They're light. Like
Okay,
they
well
just kind of.
I'll just bring my spikes and I'll climb up. You can set the stand up. I'll climb up the back of the tree, hook your ratchet strap on. Done. See you later.
So what I do is I put them up. I ratchet the bottom thing to the
Yep.
tree,
Yep.
and I take a ratchet strap around the tree, and I hold it and I walk up the ladder
Okay.
because I'm holding it from the back. So yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
that's kind of what I do. I don't
It
like
just makes
ladders, but they're cheap. They were like $70, $69.
yeah, you
So
can't beat it.
right, well, when I'm hunting on other people's lands like that, I don't want to be putting the Swiss Chalet up. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So it's like if you ever get kicked off or they keep them or some shit, then it's like whatever.
Yeah, or somebody takes it, you're only out 60, $70 or
Right. So that's why I did it. But
well, that makes
he's
sense.
got every year. This guy, I'm stoked to get this property because where the gas well was for mine, where you go up to the food plot, it's the one directly across the street,
Oh,
and
where all the deer come from.
right where all the deer
Yeah.
come from.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, there's another road that we drive up, that creek road, and we make the turn toward the gas well right there. But every year there's a driveway down the road, and a big buck always crosses that fucking road and goes up across there. Excuse my French.
Yeah.
And it crosses that road. So at the end of the day, it's just like, hey, I'm glad I got that property, and
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna set something up in there because they're gonna come across there. I had a bear come
Right.
through there the other day, actually.
That's cool.
Yeah. So that whole area, you might be hunting up there on state land and bear come through there too. So
Fine with me.
there's some thick spots up there, buddy. Like them pines. If you're a hunter that's a hunter of a hunter and can get up in those thickets off
Yeah.
that trail that you're talking about, there's some thick pines in there. If you
There
can
is a
get around,
big patch of pine trees down in there.
yeah, and if you can
Yep.
get up in there, it's so thick, like, dude,
Yep.
they're all in there. The bear in there, the deer, it's nuts. It's just,
That was
yeah.
one of the 2 spots I had picked out.
On the
Just in case
upper or the
anybody's
lower?
wondering, kicking my ass.
What's that?
I said, just in case anybody's wondering, this thing's still kicking my ass.
Oh
We're
geez.
watching
But
it. We're seeing it.
it was
The
there was a
tire
pond. There was a pretty
is too
decent
big.
pond down below it, and you had to like ride up past the pond and then go up to where the pine trees were at.
Oh, that might be the other. That might be the other side. Then that's the farther side. The decent pond. There's actually 2 ponds back there.
Yeah. Yep.
My dad used to hunt back there. So
Okay.
there's a spot. He used to sit in this spot between the 2 ponds. And
Gotcha.
his old wooden stand was there from when I was a kid. But
Yep.
some guy started hunting it, but I don't know if he ever got anything or just kind of kicked them out of there, or they used to
Yeah.
always cross through this pond area. But now they seem down farther. Like,
Yeah, I think
I
that's what it
found a
was.
couple of so this new land that I have butts to state land, and way in the
Yeah.
back there's a couple of stands that I found, and there's another stand across the ridge that I found. It looks like a hang on still up in there too, but
Let me see here. I'm pulling it up now on the. Yeah, so the one would be just down from the turn that you showed me. That was really good. You said it was super thick. And then let me turn the maps where I can actually see the pine trees. So yeah, it was you would get on the bike trail, ride, or you can come off of like the
side road.
yeah road, this section 7 road or whatever. You can come right down into it, the big pine thicket. But off that pond, there's a drainage that runs down through there, and it was down in the pines by the drainage that ran down through,
Yeah,
like a
you'll have
creek
to show
bottom.
me. You have to
Yeah.
send me a screenshot of, like, but zoomed out a little bit so I can see what the road is.
Okay.
Because,
And
like,
then the
there's
other one was pretty much right in behind. Yeah, directly behind where yours is. and there's another drainage that runs down through it, and there's a patch of pine trees back in there too. Is a good spot, but yeah, I'll have to send you screenshots. They're pretty good. Yeah, so you got the one directly across in behind. Oh, that's nice too, how it lays out. Well, I'm interested to see it. That's pretty exciting.
There's a lot
Hey,
of
Mike,
stuff,
I
man.
was going to tell you if you want to run up to Boley's and grab that camera before you go,
I'll be there tomorrow.
just take it to New York with you,
Okay.
and I'll buy another one for down where I'm gonna put Bub's stand at.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
That way you have another one to hang up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, more the better. But Ryan, he's got like 40 cameras. But
Well, I don't have any on state land. That's the thing. So, like, if you're because, dude, state land during bow season, bro, I'm telling
rocks.
you, it's like crickets. It's like crickets. Like,
Yeah.
there's 4,000 acres, and you'll probably see maximum like 5 trucks, maximum.
Yeah, on 4,000 acres.
Yeah. Plus, and it's nuts. And I'm like, dude, did people just stop hunting? Like, it's wild. It's
Well,
nuts.
nobody
Like,
nobody wants a bow hunt. It's too hard, so everybody has to gun hunt now. So that's just
yeah.
is
Well,
what it
now
is.
now you can use crossbow now during
Oh,
our
okay.
archery. So if you
Gotcha.
had, you might see a uptick in it, but I don't know, like, but they've downed a lot of trees. There's some areas you can't even walk through. But it's good because the habitat it's just going to make the bucks even bigger.
Oh
Yeah,
But
that's
yeah,
what
if
you're
you get
saying.
some good clear cut places, that just turns into a monster thicket.
yeah, and
That's
that's
he
just
was
what
showing
happened.
me when we were up there. They were like forestry in the forest, and then I was like, "That's it," and he's like, "Yeah, that's what they're leaving," and it was a fucking mess.
Yeah. And that's the problem. If you can get into it or find a way into it, you're golden.
Yep.
But if you can't, it's like, man, like, but there's some big bucks that traverse through there. I'm telling you, I've seen bucks bigger than the buck that I shot. Like, that's why I told you guys, like,
Yeah.
that buck was big. It was a great deer. Don't get me wrong. It's the biggest I've ever shot, but I've seen some deer that will make you be like, no way. Like, I've seen non-typicals. That one guy had that 36 point up there on camera. Don't ever know what happened to it. He showed it to
I
me,
believe it. I
but
believe it. Yeah,
that
with
was
that
off.
much land and nobody hunting, they're there.
You just got to find it. You just got to find the spot where, like, when you find the spots and you tell me, I'll say if people go there or not. I'll let you know from
Oh
over
yeah.
my 30 years of hunting up there what I've seen. There used to be one spot that this old timer used to go to every year, and he'd pull out a swamp donkey. Nice 10, nice 12,
Yep.
every single year. And he did it for maybe 15 years straight. And I don't know where his exact stand was, but I know the location of kind of where he would go into the woods. But they say once you get a deer out of a tree like that, it's usually a killing tree. And
Yep.
he must have just stayed in the same spot, and every year it was just.
Yeah, that's when you see wooden built tree stands. That's how you know it was a good spot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because they took the
that's
time.
always like a go to for me.
Yep.
Because they took the time to carry it in there.
Well, and they built it instead of just hanging another ladder stand or whatever. They're like, well, I'm gonna hunt here the rest of my life, so they actually built something worth.
Well, you got to remember too, in the 70s, they didn't have ladder stands.
Oh yeah, I
60s,
mean, yep,
even till I think maybe like 89 or something, 90s is when the metal stand started coming out.
yeah. Like the climber was like the first thing.
Right. I actually, if we put up a set, I found a wood one last year on this guy's property on the back side of it. There's an old wood one right on the corner of a ridge that I might put set a metal stand at,
Yep.
and then put
Just
one
try
down
it. Yeah.
yeah, and then put one down somewhere else. And like I said, it can't hurt. I might put a
No.
camera right by there too, but because I don't know
Yeah.
how they use it yet. This is my first year there.
Yeah, it's the only thing is they're creatures of habit. So if you can find out what they're doing, they're gonna do it again next year and the next year.
As long as I can get back there with my wheeler, that's all I care about. Like if I can
Yeah.
get so far back too, like I'll just dump it and
Yep. Now I'm
Gotta be
excited.
safe.
Cool.
What's that?
I gotta be safe and put my reflectors on.
Oh Jesus.
There you go.
I'm kind of hoping this thing's big enough to block the cameras at the toll roads at the Bay Bridge.
Oh yeah, so they don't get your license plate.
That's why I used to. You don't have to put tags on a camper from Arkansas. So I take all the toll roads when I was hauling a camper. They'd never know who the hell it was. So I always hauled a fifth wheel.
Well, now they do because it's still live.
Oh
You're going
man!
to jail. You're going to jail.
And so now I start getting calls from New Jersey and PA and
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna hop off.
Yep. I'm gonna get off here and get some rest. So.
Talk to y'all.
we'll see you later, buddy.
guys.
All right, guys.
Fucking thing. There we go.